Are you tired of listening to us talk?
Well, yes.
So occasionally, we're going to ask you some questions.
Hi, I'm Andrew Pullman. I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm the team captain for our family race team. We're just here for the SR. We've been a family race team that started with go-karts around 97 or 98, I believe. But then we kind of stopped racing for a while when we started going to school, having families and all that good stuff. But then we got back together and started racing Lemons. The team is myself, my brother Aaron, and my dad Mark. I'm not really sure how we found Lemons, to be honest. If we kind of look back at our racing history, there's a really cool picture of the first go-kart that we built from a frame we bought on a garage sale, and my brother's standing behind it. And if you look at that picture, it really just screams future Lemons racer. I think it was kind of destiny we got there. Kind of built some cool things in the shop. Dad took the lead on a lot of those. We had a cool wagon, a T-bucket, and he put a lot of effort into a cool Oliver motorcycle trike that we entered in the 2020 Conkers and won Worst in Show for that. Why do we keep racing Lemons, I guess is really the question. We just love it, that there's a cool atmosphere in the paddock. It's really relaxed racing on the track, and we just keep coming back. We currently race a 99 two-door Chevy Blazer. It has the stock 4.3 liter, great sound of power going down the track, obviously the best sound out there, right? And the NV3500 transmission, which has made 7 races now and surprisingly still has all the gears in it, so it's going strong. The great part about having an S10 or a Blazer is that there's a lot of cool suspension parts that you can get for the front, because when GM built the G-body in the 80s, they looked at that and went, this is the pinnacle of racing suspension. With being a Blazer, it's a heavy car, fairly underpowered with a 4.3. And so we say if we're gonna be slow, we might as well look good while we're doing it. And so before we had our Blazer, we had a Chevy Love too. And we started out with a livery with being the RC car from Toy Story. Then we went on to be Bigfoot. And then when we moved on to the Blazer, we switched to a Gravedigger theme, the Sooner Schooner, John Denver's Jet livery, and this last livery we did this year was the American Gladiators. And I think really that one, when we're done with our Lemons racing, is probably gonna be on like our Mount Rushmore of like coolest livery we did. So I know we have plenty more to come, but I think that one's always gonna be up there for us. My biggest Lemons win personally is not a race, but we did the Mississippi River Rally last year. We spent a lot of time, instead of going back to the highway between stops, we just drove on the river levee, a lot of dirt roads, back roads through the trees, some great stops, and that was a lot of fun for me. And then this year we won IOE at Hallett with our Blazer. So that is what I'm gonna call the Lemons Triple Crown. Find a small field, bring a cool car, and you're gonna win something, I think. So my biggest fail, we've had a lot of them when we started out. Our first race, on our test day on Friday, we broke a drive shaft, and the Chevy Love had a side saddle gas tank, so that drive shaft just ate a big hole in that. Spent all night trying to get that thing patched up and sealed. But that still probably wasn't my worst weekend. We lost a whole right front at a race and had to drive 8 hours in the dark through eastern Colorado and western Nebraska to source parts. And then we rolled that Love the race after that. So we had a lot of bad stuff to start. But for me, our biggest fail really wasn't us, but maybe it was that we didn't bribe right. We got 15 penalty laps at our last Colorado race. Finally pieced everything together. We didn't have any problems that we really created, but when the judges looked at our car, they went, that's a real racing machine. We're gonna give you 15 penalty laps in Class C. We ended up losing by 13 penalty laps, so that one really kind of stung on the drive home. So that's a lesson for us that brings some good stuff for the judges. We've got a lot of cool ideas rolling around theme-wise. Hopefully you never see us with the same theme at 2 races. But if I won the lottery, you would see me show up with a Plymouth Prowler with a slant 6. That's my dream build. I want to thank my family, my dad and brother that helped race. There's the 3 of us. It's hard to get that car ready for each race. And if you're interested in what we're doing, you want to follow our team. Aaron keeps a great history on his Instagram page, Pullman Rods and Racing. So yeah, we'll see y'all out there. Hopefully you'll see us with a different livery every time, and keep looking for that Blazer out there. Stop by our paddock and say hi.
I'm Rocky Mountain High on Lemons.
Every second you don't subscribe or watch one of these videos, another Vega is sent to the crusher. Won't you help us save Classic?